Good morning. I'm feeling as fresh as a daisy this morning. Sorry there weren't highlights last night, but went out with Brian Shakespeare and yes, it went on a bit, I must say, but in good form this morning. And Brian's in the room next door. He's all ready to voice these highlights up for you. So here we go then. Highlights of the opening One Day International, and I'm sure it's going to be absolutely super. Well, the garden furniture won the toss, decided to bat, and it was a dramatic start. 16 off the first ball. When I say dramatic, I don't mean sort of Hetty Wainthropp investigates dramatic, but 16 off the first four balls, and then medium garden bench out off the last ball of the first over. What a start to this ODI. That brought little garden bench to the middle, and he just looked in wonderful form, sublime form straight away. And at the other end, large garden bench was looking pretty good as well, and large garden bench had played nicely and was driving beautifully through the covers there, as you can see indicated by the wicketkeeper, who was wearing his pyjamas for some strange reason. Little garden bench continuing to play really well, and then, well, large garden bench was out. We don't seem to have that clip for some bizarre reason. I'm sorry about that. I think I've got my editing wrong. So that brought Petrol Mower out to the middle, and Petrol Mower, well, started nicely. It'll flick off his legs there for four, but then Petrol Mower went bowled. So Petrol Mower out, but little garden bench continued to play quite beautifully, moving past 50 and holding the whole innings together. Then they sent Swing Ball out at number 5. He had a swing and played on. There he is swinging. 2 balls in the picture, all very confusing, but he actually played that one onto his stump. Swing Ball was out, but little garden bench moved effortlessly, if I can say that, which I can't, through the 70s, 80s, 90s, and went to a quite brilliant 100, appreciated by the capacity crowd in the back garden. And Comfy Garden Chair joined the little garden bench, and together they manoeuvred the garden furniture through to an extremely competitive total at the end of their 50 overs of 282 for 5. So 283 to win, but the launcher launched immediately alongside the smasher. And the smasher and the launcher smashed and launched and got their side off to an absolute flyer. There was smashing, there was launching, there was launching, there was smashing. I think it's fair to say they had liftoff. It was the perfect start. The launcher in particular was catching the eye with some wonderful stroke play there, a drive for the gods. The smasher had smashed his way to, I think it was 45, when he was out Albidushki. That brought the cameo out, who then played an extraordinary shot and was caught in the covers without really troubling the scorers at all. But the Maverick came to the middle, obviously in sublime form after his 100 in the last test, and was immediately just knocking the ball around into gaps. Meanwhile, the launcher just continued to launch and launch and launch and launch, whilst the Maverick, in his pink floppy sun hat, continued just to knock the ball around. The launcher looked destined for a magnificent 100, but then... Oh, that isn't him being out. I thought that was him out, but that's actually a rather good shot from the launcher. I'm trying to build up to his wicket here, but they keep putting the clips in the wrong places. It's not easy for a man of my stature. As another lovely shot from the Maverick, guiding that one down to the third man boundary rope. In fact, the Maverick here was just knocking the ball around, using all his experience. Look at that for a shot. Look at that for a shot, everybody. Anyway, let's get back to the out for the launcher. 98, and then launched one high in the air and was caught a cover. End of the launcher for 98. That brought the improviser to the middle. Now, I'm not sure I can describe this, so I'm just going to let you see it. Watch this from the improviser. Yes, not quite sure what the improviser was really doing. They're improvising, I suppose. It didn't really come off, so the improviser went first ball. But the Maverick continued to guide his side towards the finishing line, the victory line. And the Maverick moved to a quite magnificent 50, just had been in no trouble whatsoever. No trouble whatsoever. And it was left appropriately to the finisher to finish the game with around about 5.5 overs left of play and a 6-wicket victory. And I think memories for me will be, funnily enough, the improviser there, strange old shot from the improviser, the launcher, the little garden bench, and then a lovely little wine bar that Roy and I found later on in the evening. Anyway, 6-wicket win.